You guys know that I'm a Jersey boy, so SummerSlam being in my home state had my fandom at an all-time high. Plus, all the superstars on the card brought their A game. So today, we are hoping that Mattel brings their A game because we're talking about the WWE figures that Mattel needs to make from SummerSlam 2025, and we even made some mock-ups. Stay tuned. Man, SummerSlam 2025 was one for the record books. I loved this show both nights. I thought both nights the talent brought their A game. There was a lot of swerves and there was a lot of returns. And we're going to talk about some of these things today because we're going to discuss the wrestling figures that I think Mattel needs to make from SummerSlam 2025 immediately. And I think it goes without saying that the return of the Beast is not only necessary, but it's in the bag, right? We can almost guarantee that this will probably be the first Brock Lesnar figure since his return. It's going to be the first figure they release, I guarantee. And it's easy because they pretty much have all of the pieces for the formula. The jeans, the shirt, the vest is pretty much the only new thing they're going to have to sculpt. Maybe even if they don't want to reuse a head because of the long hair. I get it. He has longer hair. It's a different haircut, but sometimes they just reuse these heads just to get stuff out. Hopefully we get a new head. I'm not sure, but I did a little mock-up of what it could look like, and I think it could be a pretty awesome figure. You know, basically just reusing that Beast versus the Tribal Chief 3-pack figure, putting on the new merch shirt, get him a new vest. You know, obviously it's going to have the chain in front. We have the hat mold already, and that head looks pretty close to what we have on Brock Lesnar today. So very excited for this. You know Brock is getting a ton of figures since his return. He is an all-star in terms of WWE. He is a massive, massive superstar. So the fact that he is returning to feud with John Cena is massive. As much as I would love to say that we are going to get an elite Braun Breaker and elite Bronson Reed, I'm not sure that we will. However, when I look at this pack, it screams 2-pack to me. So I'm hoping that we get Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in this matching gear, even if it's main event, but give me the sneakers. We need the Tribal Thieves sneakers. I mean, look at that, man. To wrap him around his head, I think it's a given. We're going to get that in figure form. But I think we will get these in a main event showdown pack. I think that's pretty awesome. Then, of course, the real Tribal Chief coming in that black and white gear that we all love. You know it's coming. You know that it's coming in probably more ways than one. But, dude, the black and white Jordans pop like crazy, as well as the gauntlets. We need this in figure form yesterday. So you can almost guarantee that this is going to get a figure release. However, I'm expecting this exact figure to be in next year's SummerSlam 2026 lineup. I would love a Build-A-Figure Paul Heyman with the Money in the Bank briefcase, with the Seth Rollins Money in the Bank briefcase. I think that would be awesome as a Build-A-Figure. Time will tell. However, I also think that Roman's tag team partner is going to get a figure in next year's SummerSlam 2026 lineup, which makes sense because, as you can see, he has on new shorts. You can see his leg tats, which I think is a huge bonus to having this as a figure. He's in those Nikes with the socks. It's funny because you can see the SummerSlam patch on his shorts, and he matches Roman. So I could totally see these two being the anchors in next year's SummerSlam Elite 2026 line. Also, if we don't get this, I think we all should riot. Jade Cargill in that Jamaican-inspired gear. This thing is epic. She's got the Storm logos, the lightning bolts all over. This is awesome. Needs to have that very pleatherish, plasticky feel Entrance jacket to go along with all the gear. Long hair Jade is a must. She was looking jacked in this gear. Cannot wait. I know this is coming in figure form. It absolutely has to. Another one I think should come in figure form, ultimately in an Ultimate Edition, is that CM Punk and that Thing inspired gear. Very cool. That blue is beautiful in figure form. Absolutely would pop. Have that entrance gear, multiple heads, chef's kiss. Let's get it ASAP. So this is one that I think that we absolutely need in figure form, and I can totally see it happening because CM Punk figures just fly off the shelves. But in the same color, we have this Fraxium. Hard to get good pictures of these guys, man. I was trying so hard. This is so pixelated, but I would love to see Axiom and Nathan Frazier get elites in this gear because their entrance stuff was perfect, man. That cape on Axiom was money, and the matching vest and hoodie, come on, for Nathan Frazier. I think these could be in an elite set side by side or even simultaneous elite sets. Has to happen though. Great colors on this. They look like superheroes. Even kids who are not wrestling fans would want to pick up this figure. So chef's kiss to them on this gear. Looks beautiful. And then another one that goes without saying, I think, John Cena. We've been getting John Cena's out the wazoo, right? All different versions, all different shirts. And at this point, if you've been collecting them all, like me, you want all the shirts, right? I think it's a given that we're going to get this shirt. Maybe even this will be one of the ones from SummerSlam 2026. Who knows? But I think it goes without saying it's going to happen because this shirt particularly says SummerSlam 2025 on it. It's earmarked in history. It is a big thing. It's a return of face John Cena. So a lot of cool stuff to go along with it. Let's make this happen. Also, I would love to see Rhea Ripley. She's constantly changing up her look, constantly getting new tattoos, constantly getting more and more jacked, constantly getting more and more toyetic with her gear, and this would encompass all of that. I love the shades of purple in the wrist gauntlets, her eyeshadow, as well as on her gear. This is a money figure. Let's make it happen, Mattel. I'm sure you've already been taking notes of your own, but this is one that I know not only I want to see, but a lot of people. And now, the two figures, I should say, that I can guarantee are going to get made in figure form, starting off with this man in his most toyetic gear ever, in my opinion. AJ Styles in the Eddie Guerrero tribute gear. He's got the Styles Heat shirt, which was wrinkly AF. I couldn't believe they didn't iron it for him. Awesome, man. And I love that the shirt is like a patch on there, so it's clearly custom. It was not a merch shirt. I mean, this thing is money. He really nailed the gear. It's so different than anything we've ever seen AJ in. And yes, it's tribute gear, but sometimes they kind of make it their own. I love that he kept it, right down to the original, making it look as authentic as possible. I even did a little mock-up, and I think it looks pretty damn good. I threw AJ Styles' recent Elite torso on top of the Legends Eddie Guerrero, made a custom Styles Heat shirt, and I think this thing is a banger. So I would buy this in a heartbeat, so please, Mattel, make this happen. I don't even have to ask because I know they're going to do it. It has to happen. Has to happen. And last but not least, the one we all know is coming. Seth freaking Rollins in the Ruse gear. So he's got on the black pants. I want him to come with that knee brace. He's got to come with the crutches. He's got to come with the glasses. But most importantly, the SR chain as well as the sparkly jacket. I think that is a must. I would love for him to come with the Money in the Bank briefcase. I would love for him to come with the championship title. However, I don't think that he will because with all of this, I think it's going to be a lot of added value as far as the crutches, the knee brace, the jacket, the chain, the glasses. It's a lot already, so I don't think we'll get a championship, but we have plenty of championships to make that happen. I would love to see this as a Ultimate Edition, and if it happens, I will be pre-ordering multiple because I would love to recreate this visual. This is one of the most epic visuals that WWE has done in such a long time, where he turned around and threw those crutches down. I mean, everybody was going crazy in the arena, at home, wherever you were watching this. This was a huge moment. So must get this Seth Rollins in figure form. And I think it goes without saying, it's probably already being worked on. So a lot of great stuff from SummerSlam 2025, but these are the figures that I totally see us getting. Please comment below. Let me know which figure you would like to see get made from SummerSlam 2025. Is there any that I missed? And make sure you go back and watch our other videos. Like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you follow me on Instagram at FigHeel, TikTok at FigHeel, X at The FigHeel. And we will see you on the next one, guys. Thank you for joining me. Peace. Are you a wrestling figure collector of WWE, Mattel, AEW, Jazzwares, and everything in between? Then you need FigHeel's Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, the modern edition covering all releases from 2010 to present day. Featuring over 7,000 photos of action figures from the hottest brands, including independent toy makers. Keep track of what you have, want, and need, including loose, mock, and overall collection value. With figure photography by Matthew Goldberg, the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia is a must-have for collectors. Full-color paperback and hardcover editions available now at heelbooks.com. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at FigHeel. Pick up my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeel. Join my official sponsor, Whatnot, at WhatHeal.com and receive $15 off your first purchase.